Well, good morning everybody. How y'all doing? Pretty good here, and welcome to the channel. Wanted to come out here today and take a look at the Tacoma. I took it in yesterday for the recall that was just issued recently, and it was for the brake master cylinder replacement, because apparently there was a bad seal or something in the brake master cylinder. So I took it in yesterday. I had the work done. I'm going to show you guys that. And then I also had the tires rebalanced, and we'll take a look at those once I get it up on the lift here in a minute, just to see what the weights and stuff look like under there. But as far as the paperwork goes, again, we did do replacement of the master cylinder, and according to the paperwork, they did replace the brake master cylinder, and I'll show you guys that here in just a minute. Something interesting about that, I think. But they did replace the brake master cylinder. They did add brake fluid, which of course they'd have to do because there is brake fluid in the master cylinder. And they did do the balancing of the wheels and tires, which is cool. And that cost me, of course, the warranty work for the brake master cylinder was nothing. That didn't cost me anything, the recall. The tire balance was $49.95, and we'll talk about that more once I get it up on the lift. We'll take a look underneath. And then they just did a multi-point inspection. Apparently they must do that every time they bring the vehicle in, I guess, which obviously it's brand new. They didn't find anything wrong. This is what it looks like. You guys can see everything is checked in the green. I don't see anything checked as a cautionary item, or obviously anything that needs to be handled. So that's what we did yesterday. Let's go over here and take a look at the master cylinder that is new. Okay, might be kind of dark back here, but it won't be on the master cylinder. So let me turn you guys around. Right down here, maybe get you a little bit closer. Right down here, this is the reservoir for the brake fluid. The master cylinder is right down here, this silver chrome looking piece here. It does look new to me, although I will say the original one wasn't very dirty either. As you can tell, it's not very dirty in here. So, but it does look new to me for what it's worth. No leaks or anything. You guys can see right here where they did do the connections for the brake lines. One thing that I find very interesting about this, look how tiny the master cylinder is. Look at that thing. If you guys can see underneath, look how tiny that thing is. I mean, I remember the old days when we had master cylinders that were about the size of a toaster. I mean, you know, they used to be gigantic, and that thing is tiny. So I guess it's no wonder that they replaced the whole thing, because I gotta say, for something that's so tiny like that, that part can't cost more than, yeah, I don't know, I'd be guessing, but I don't know, 75, 100 bucks, I don't know. And by the time you pay a tech to screw around trying to put new seals in and all that stuff, it really has become, I think, a throwaway part, because there is just nothing to that. I'm really quite shocked. I guess I didn't pay any attention to it before, but that thing is tiny. Anyway, that's what they replaced. The reason they had to replace it is because you could lose braking, I believe particularly in the front, because of that bad seal that was in that master cylinder. Next, I'm going to put the truck up. Like I said, I want to take a look underneath. I haven't done this myself, so I haven't seen it either. But I want to see what the balance weights look like and how many they had to put on and all that good stuff, because the truck now rides a lot differently. All right, we've got the truck up here on the lift, and like I said before, I want to take a look and see just what balance weights are on here now, and it's quite interesting. When I was in there, they told me that, they actually asked me, they said, where did you have this done before? They said, because it looked like there were weights put on and then weights taken off and weights in different places and all this crazy weights and stuff. So I told them that when we first got these wheels, or when I first got these wheels, that indeed the weights had fallen off and I had to go back and have new ones put on. So that's why they saw evidence of multi attempts to put weights on. But let's take a look. We're going to start back here on the passenger rear. You guys can see there are weights on the outside here and then just a couple on the inside there. And you can see the paper where the weights were before there. Obviously a few more. And then down here in the back corner there were several in there as well. So a lot less weights on this wheel now than there were before. I'm not sure why it's so much different, but they did tell me that without any weights on the wheels and the tires that it actually was fairly close to balance anyway. So I don't know, looks pretty good. Let's go over here to the other side. Let me grab my light so you guys can see. We have a set of weights up there, you guys can see in the corner up there. And then we have more right down here in the front, or right where I'm at. And I always like to now especially just touch these, see how they feel. And they feel nice and tight, both there and up there in the corner. So they feel pretty good. Now as far as what was there before, you guys can see right where that paper is back there. And that would be right in here. There were quite a bit more in there. I don't know if we have any more. I don't see any evidence of any more, but there were quite a few there. Again, only these two here in the front, or three rather, and then three up there in the top. Obviously different weights, but you know, just a bit different. So let's go up here to the front. Get my tray pushed back there so it doesn't leak on the Honda when the Honda's put back in here. Alright, I got my hands full of stuff. Push this tray out of the way. And sorry about the angle. Let me grab the light again. There, I'll use my head. These trays are great until you want to get under here and take a look at stuff. So let's look at the driver's side now. You can see up in the corner there where that paper is, I think, if I can get the light on it for you. There were a lot more weights up there. Now there's only two right there on the edge. And then let's take a look around. And that's it. I don't see any more. So the front was actually pretty close anyway. We only have those two weights right there. Again, if I could get the light there for you, right there, and that's it. That's all we have on the front. So the front appears that it's pretty close anyway. So again, didn't need tons and tons of weights up there on the front, unlike what was there before. So a little confusing. Let's go over here to the passenger front. Again, see if I can hang this light up without blinding you guys. Let's see. Again, down here you can see there were tons of weights, both towards the front of the tire and then the rear here, where now we only have one, as you guys can see right here. That's the only one we have now, and then three there. And I don't see any others. There was even one back there in the corner. Oh, we do have some here on the bottom in the back. There we go. So this one did require quite a bit of weight there. You can see those. And that's it. So this one really did require quite a bit more than the other side did. And I do want to go out here to the front just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Grab my light here. Sorry about the camera work. It's probably fairly sloppy today. Yeah, that is it on this side. So not too bad. Hang that under there. I am satisfied. The ride now is way better than it was before. I mean, it feels like a different truck. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they were just having a bad day at the balance shop. Again, the place I took it to have the, that's interesting, to have the job done to begin with, did farm it out and took it somewhere else to have the tires mounted and balanced and aligned and all that stuff. And the alignment has been perfect. I haven't had any issue with the alignment. I'm quite happy with that. So anyway, I just wanted to get on here, kind of go over the recall that was done. Everything with that went fine. Brakes are fine. Everything's good. The balance, which again, I know I could have gone back, to be in all fairness, I could have gone back and had it redone at the other place, but I just felt more comfortable, and I was already at the dealer, so for 50 bucks, I decided to just go ahead and have them do it, and I'm quite happy with the results. So, as usual, appreciate you guys watching. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Click that subscribe button if you haven't before. And let me know if you got this recall. How'd it go for you? For me, it took a day. We'll see you guys next time on the web. Bye.